All right. All right. Looks like we are live. Awesome. Awesome. I am so excited today because I get to interview someone that I've wanted to interview for a long time. Miss Ingafay, how are you today?
I'm doing great, Eric. Happy to
That's
be here with you.
awesome. Awesome. Well, I can't wait for my audience to hear from you because you are one of the best in the world at what you do, and I want them to hear about it today. All right. So, can we just start out by you telling us what you do and who you serve?
Sure. So my name is Inga Faison-Cavitt. I go by Ingafay, and I'm an authenticity strategist, and I primarily work with female entrepreneurs with introverted tendencies. So I'm sure some of you are probably thinking, well, that's really a concise type of niche because I've heard that many a times. But I want to tell you why I serve these women. Well, because I know that they're really passionate about the product or service that they sell. They are really outgoing with people that they know, and they love to talk about their product or service. It's just really the cold outreach that they struggle with, the actual getting people through the door. So, from my years of experience being a direct seller for over 19 years, I have found that the perfect icebreaker is surveys, because surveys help you feel real, they help you feel authentic, and they build genuine connections that basically lead eventually to sales. And as a fellow introvert, I know all the trials and tribulations that you go through, feeling like you have to be this outgoing extrovert to be successful. So I normally tell people, have no fear, Inga Faye is here. And I have a DIY system that will allow you to create a survey in less than an hour. And it's called the Savvy Survey System. That way, you don't have to go through all the heartache and the headaches and the pitfalls that I had to go through to actually create it. And then you'll have your lead generation down, because we all know if you're out of leads, you're out of business, right? So
Absolutely.
that way you'll have the lead generation down. So then most people say, okay, well, now that I got this lead thing down, how can I really reach that top earner success? And then I'll say, girl, I got you. I have the Relationship Accelerator coaching program that is offered in a group as well as a one on one setting that will help you cultivate a rich environment, help you build authentic relationships. And then on top of that, girlfriend, really be able to nurture to convert your clients as well as your prospects into raving fans. So you
Awesome.
can really reach your top earner potential.
Awesome. Awesome. That's great. So, did you choose to work with introverts because of your background, or is there any other reasons why you chose to work with introverts?
Well, I really chose because of my background, because I know people, they see me on camera and they think, oh, girl, she is not an introvert. And I am. My happy place is definitely by myself. And I am a former mechanical engineer and really got my energy just being by myself. So, as a plight to really help my fellow introvert folks who typically don't like to be called introverts because they see it as something bad. If I say introverted tendencies, people will raise their hand, while others, if I just say introvert, there's like, no, I'm not going to admit to that. I really want to help them be successful and use their innate gifts to really do what they were put on this earth to do, whatever that may be.
Okay, awesome, awesome. All right, so you mentioned something. You said that sometimes people that are introverted, they feel maybe that it's some kind of handicap or something like that.
Hmm.
And I actually feel that it's not, because as a sales coach, one of the things I teach is you need to listen more than you speak, right?
Yes,
So as a sales coach, I'm teaching you to ask the right questions and don't make your pitch before you know what they want, so you can
exactly.
tailor it to what they want. So, I want you to speak to that a little bit. So, the people on the line that think for some reason that if they're an introvert, that they can't be as successful as an extrovert, can you debunk that myth for us?
Yes. So oftentimes the people that are introverted feel this way because they commonly around other folks that are extroverted that they have seen as successful. These people have maybe reached, leveled up their business to the point that they want to, the desired outcome they want to have, or the person that they're being coached by has all of these extroverted tendencies. So they're recommending that they do these extroverted type of strategies that really don't resonate with them. So that's why I created this, because I was that person. I had several extroverts that were training me, telling me, oh, go talk to a stranger, give them a sincere compliment, and then get their name and number. But I did it, but you don't know how much energy I expended to do something that really didn't resonate with me, and how exhausted I was after I did that task, because I felt like that was my way to reach the pinnacle of success in my eyes. So I just want people to really know that they can do things that really in line with what they really feel good about, strategies that really resonate with them and who they are as a person, and still be able to grow their business to higher heights.
Awesome, awesome. So this is great information. This is really great information. So can you maybe give us some tips on like maybe give some introverts some tips on what they can do to either build their confidence or to become all that they can be, even though they consider themselves to be an introvert. Maybe three tips that you usually give people that you meet.
Okay, so I have what I call bring your A game. So these are basically analogies of what people sometimes do in direct sales, that you feel like you have to do because that's what you're taught to do, that you don't have to do when you use this methodology that I'm about to share with you, and it works for introverts. So typically, um, I know growing up in direct sales, we were taught that everybody was our customer, and I've that is so far from the truth. Everybody is not your customer. You want to interact with people and find out if they are by pre-qualifying them. So my first analogy for the A game is called ask versus assume. So you want to ask people what they want instead of assume that you have what they need. So this is a big thing when it comes to direct sales and even network marketing, because I think we get a bad rep for this because we don't necessarily ask. We assume that everybody is our customer, and then for those of people that are not our custom, they are really kind of turned off by what we do, and even some of those that are our customer, because they don't feel like we genuinely are interested in helping them reach their desired outcome, that we're just trying to sell them a product or service. So I think it's very important that we make it a point to really ask people what they want more so than assume that we have what they need. So that's first and foremost. And when it comes to an introvert, I like to do the asking via a survey, because I know introverts are not a person that's going to sit there and just ask a couple of questions. What's your favorite color? Well, why do you like that? Oh, well, have you ever tried this? And if you had to, if you were wearing something to an exquisite events, would you wear that color? We're not going to rattle off questions like that because that's not in our nature. But if we could have a survey that allowed us to rattle off different questions and get those answers, then it would help us out tremendously, because then it would allow us to really be able to connect with someone that we know from the get that they want what we have. And we're just going to find out more information about their problem to really be able to hone in and find out exactly what they need. Okay. So that would be the first step. The second step I would recommend is also an A game analogy, is we want to assist people to reach their desired outcome more so than annoy them until they desire to buy a product or service. I know many people in this space have heard that common story where they met someone that maybe is in their inner circle and they did not want to do the product, or they did not want to join their opportunity, but they continuously decided to follow up with them and get more information about, well, really tell them more information about their product or their opportunity. And then after 5 years, this person decided to join. Okay. And I'm sure we've all heard those outlier stories. And that's what I really want to reiterate. It's an outlier story. In most cases, if we continue to do those type of things, we're going to annoy people to the point they don't even want to see us coming. And that's why it's very important for us to really want to assist people to reach their desired outcome. If they want to make some extra money, say it's a couple of $100 a month, they want to make an extra money, and you think your business opportunity is the perfect fit for them, it may not be the perfect fit in their eyes. So why keep annoying them? And I know it's the fortune in the follow up, and I know that's all the stuff that we normally say, but we really want to be able to assist them to get the things that they want, that they're willing to take action upon to make happen. So it's very, very important that we find out what they want and then be able to possibly feel what they want with what the product that we have. But it's only after we know what they want, and then we can say, oh, well, this thing in our product line or this service would be the perfect fit with you, for you, based on what you've just said. And then we're no longer annoying people. We don't have to convince people. We're basically giving them what they said they wanted, and they're just dazed, glazed, and amazed that we were here to help them reach their desired outcome. So we ask versus assume, we assist versus annoy. Now, this last one is the kicker. What we want to do is that we want to attract people to us instead of attack. So this goes also to the thought process of everybody is our client. When everybody's our client, that means that you're talking pretty much to everyone about your product or service. What I want you to do is put yourself in a situation where you're actually attracting people that want what you have to their product, to your product or service. That you don't have to convince them that your product or your service is the best thing since sliced bread, because they already know that, and they're just so grateful that they found you, that you have the missing piece in their puzzle of reaching or coming to some level of success or overcoming some struggle that they've been dealing with for some time, and you are the problem solver that they need. So it's very important that we do things that will attract them by first and foremost providing value. We're not immediately going after the sale trying to talk to them. We're trying to find out what their need. That's why we're asking all these questions, and we're not assuming that our product is the answer. And then we're also going to be building relationships with other folks. So it's not just a one-to-one type of interaction, that we are interacting with people that could potentially be clients, yes, but we want more referral partners and collaboration partners to really connect with. Why, you might ask? Because these people are going to give us sales over time. You meet somebody, they become your client, they're your client maybe for life, and they could be paying you for life, but they're only a client for you, one client. You have referral partners or you have collaboration partners that are working with you. They're giving you clients year over year over year, because we already said that if you're out of leads, you're out of business. So this will definitely allow you to keep that lead flow going. And these are going to be hot leads because they already have a connection with you via your collaboration partner or your referral partner. And then they're more likely to be able to buy from you quicker because they know if so and so recommends you, that you must be the bomb.com. So they're not really worried about finding out if they can trust you, if you're sincere about what you do, because someone has already recommended you to come in their world. So that's basically how it works.
Okay. Awesome. This is just wonderful. Like, now I know why everybody talks about you, how you're helping so many people, because the value you're giving right now is tremendous. And if you give this for free, I'm like, I can't imagine
Exactly.
how much your paid program is. So you guys need to get her paid program. It's unbelievable. So, and I can relate to some of what you said, because I was in network marketing for several years, right? I still get paid for network marketing, even though I'm not actively building a business. And you're right. In network marketing, they say just go after everybody, right? One guy used to say that follow up until he buys or dies. And
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
this is a high level
That's
person.
right.
Follow
But
up
that's old school marketing. That's
That's
old
old
school.
school, right?
Yep.
And it's funny because in my sales courses, right, it's totally different, right? I call myself the compassionate closer, because you have to find out what they want,
Hmm.
right? When you're asking questions from people about what they want, they know you care,
That's right.
right? Especially if you go deeper into the questions, like why do you need that, things of that nature.
Right.
So, but when you just walk up to somebody and say you need this,
Right.
it doesn't show any caring. It shows
That's
you just
right.
want to make money.
That's right.
Right. So everything you said makes sense. The relationship building, you're right. Because think about it. If you build relationships, it's not a sale. It's easy to get someone to buy if you build a relationship, because
That's
if not,
right.
it's just a transaction. Right.
Exactly.
So I agree with everything you said. And also you can get referrals from people that don't even buy from you if you treat it
Exactly.
right. if you treat it that way.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah,
And that's very key because I think that's many times that we fail to realize that because somebody didn't buy from us, and I know I've made this mistake too. So I'll be the first to say I did this too, but now I know better that okay, well, I'm not going to talk to them anymore. Are you crazy? Do you know how many people, the little Verizon commercial we had that everybody has a network? Why would you cut yourself off from that person because they didn't want what you have, but they may know somebody that wants what you have. So
exactly.
that's why you continue to build and nurture those relationships. So like I said before, they're your waving fans and they say, oh, you need XYZ product. Oh, well, you need to go see Inga Faye. She
Yeah,
got you. She's the perfect person for you. She's going to give you what you need, girl. Go see her. Even though
exactly.
that person didn't necessarily buy anything from you. So it's
Yes.
very important that we build those relationships for sure.
Awesome. This is really good stuff. And I feel that the people that watch this video, not only should they share it, but they should comment. Like we want to hear your comments. We want to hear what you think about this topic because what you're saying is profound. It really is. I want to ask you because I know you've helped a lot of people. I've heard about the testimonials. Can you just share maybe a couple of them with us? I mean, you don't have to mention names or anything, but
Right.
just so people get a sense of how much you're helping people out there because I know
Right.
very helpful out there.
Well, I have one client in particular, and her particular niche is a little bit different than a direct sales niche. She's a coach, and she wanted to help parents find programs for their students, just that further for their further. I can't talk today to further their education. So, one of the things that she was able to do was to create a survey where she could actually go and interact with parents to find out if they were the perfect fit for her coaching program. And she was just dazed, glazed, and amazed by how easy it was for the parents to quickly filled out something very quickly. I think maybe 7 to 10 questions that she had created on this survey, and to find out as much information as she did about what they needed and what they were looking for. And then, based on that information, she was then able to direct them in the right direction with the programs that were available and the scholarships that were available for the kids that wanted this, that had, for the parents that had filled out this particular survey. So that's just one thing that she was able to expand her business by being able to pre-qualify, because she told me in the beginning, she said, Inga, I really struggle with finding the parents that want what I have, and then be able to go to her different church groups or her networking events and just talk to people in general and just find out, ask them, hey, would you be willing to fill out this survey? And they did, and then she was able to find clients based on what they were able to give her back. And then she wasn't that salesy, didn't have that sales breath. I know you guys have heard that term before. When she went out to these networking events, she was truly just wanting to serve the people, and by doing some market research, and that's what she told them she was doing. I think that's very important for us just to be honest and authentic on what we're actually doing. And she was truly doing market research, and by the way, got clients from just doing that. So I think we really need to take the bull by the horns and grow our business and know that that's what we're in control on. This lead generation, that top of the funnel and the lead generation, the more leads we have going coming in that top of the funnel is the more we'll have going out. And that survey is definitely going to allow you to figure out who's coming out the bottom.
Yeah, that's a great tip about the survey. Great tip. Um, could you speak a little bit about relationships and relationship building because I know you talk a lot about this in your program and
Right.
maybe the importance of building that relationship because one of the things I do I run a group a networking group for entrepreneurs and I'm always telling them that when you come to this group your goal should not be okay I'm going to sell her I was going to
Exactly.
sell him. I get the goal should be to build a relationship with as many people as possible because they may not be ready now. They may be ready next
Exactly.
month or 3 months from now.
Right.
And I know you are an expert in that. So if you can just speak about
So
relationships with
yeah, so let me talk a little bit about that as well. So I think that that is key when we interact with people. I want you guys to know that there's what we call a buying cycle. And when we interact with people, only 1 to 2% of the people that we interact today are ready to buy today. typically people fall in this 60 percentile, or really I'll say 90 I'll say 95% of the people that you interact with are not ready to buy today. And what you really want to do is nurture them until they're ready to buy. I call it marinate, or AKA date your leads. So how do you date your leads? You date your leads, or really date your collaboration partners, by having one-on-one interactions with them to really get to know them as a person, again providing value to them as well as them providing value to you. So you're not going after the sale when you first meet people from a networking event. You really want to interact with them and find out who they're looking for, so you can be a referral partner for them, and then tell them who you're looking for so they can be a referral partner for you. And then to find out, well, how can I help you? I was just on a call here earlier today. I met a lady um on LinkedIn. I just found her profile on LinkedIn, and she really seemed interested to me. But it was really amazing to me how concerned she was that I was trying to sell her. I mean, I was just like, okay, first of all, you're not in my niche. I'm really just connecting with you because I see you're another coach and you serve people that are working to overcome self sabotage. Some things that this is similar to what I teach in my course. I am not trying to get you to be a client of mine. I want to interact with you to see if we are a potential collaboration partner. And I had to say that many a times for her to truly understand. And I understand why she was so fearful of me reaching out to her, because we have so many marketers now that are trying to get people into a meeting so they can do their presentation and call it a time to get to know them, where all they want to do is just talk about their product or service. But I think it's very important for us to realize that we want to build relationships, we want to provide value, and the only way that we can do that is by having these interactions. And this is not a one and done type of interaction. This is something that's going to develop, similar to what I just said, as dating. Can you imagine that if you met your significant other, that you said, oh, I want you to be my husband, or I want you to be my wife, as soon as you met them? I think that's what we're doing when it comes to sales. When we immediately go after the sale, that's what we're asking them to do. Would you marry me? They know nothing about you. Why would they marry you? They want to date you first. And that's getting to know you, building that know, that like, and that trust factor. So, how do we do that? We go to networking meetings and we have what's called a one on one. And we do it more than one time because we're dating them to get to know more about them. And we're asking them how we can provide value to them. There's so many people, like Eric and I met on LinkedIn, and he's been on my YouTube channel, and now he's sharing me got with you all, with you guys. Those are the type of interactions that you want to have, where it's a swap, where you guys are helping one another grow each other's business. And then over time, he may be a client of mine, I may be a client of his, and even if not, we may refer each other clients. But it's because of the relationship that we've built that has helped us really elevate our business and level up, because we're getting to know each other and really support each other in uh, this game of entrepreneurship, is what I'll call it.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. I believe in collaboration, not competition. Right.
Exactly.
And you said we met on LinkedIn, but one thing you did, maybe not, maybe you don't even know, is when we met, I checked out your background and I realized that you put together an event, and you may have
Oh, okay.
forgotten, of a
That's
lot of
true.
people were on
Yeah,
that
I
event,
did.
a lot of women. And you were the organizer, you were the leader.
Right.
So then I said, I like to work with leaders. Okay. I
Right.
like to work with leaders. So that's why I was really interested in speaking with you. And then I heard about you and what you're doing. And I mean, I'm just, for anybody on this line right now, if you are a woman that has any kind of introverted tendencies, get in touch with Ingafay. I'm just saying, because you know what you're doing. You're helping a lot of people. I mean, it's worth the investment. That's what I would say. It's worth the investment. You have to pay to play.
That's right.
People that don't pay don't pay attention, right?
That's right. They
Yeah, you
don't
may
pay.
get a few tips on a video, on a YouTube
Yep.
video, but when you get her program, that's when you'll be happy that you did, and she'll take it to a whole new level. So before I ask you, whatever information you want to share with us today, can you maybe just wrap it up? Anything you want to say in closing before
Sure.
I ask more about how they can get in touch with you.
Okay, sounds like a plan. So I want everyone to know that entrepreneurship is a tweaking and repeating process. And even the things that I mentioned today about asking and not assume, yeah, ask and not assume, assist and not annoy, attract and not attack. That is something that I came up with over time through trial and error and the pitfalls and the headaches and people not necessarily wanting to deal with me because I was all about the sale. I've been there, done that. And I want you to know that if you feel like you want to do something a little bit different and you're willing to do that trial and tribulation as far as trying to figure out how it's going to work for you and your business, I would love to assist you in reaching your desired outcome, wherever that may be. I know some of the things that have really worked for me, and I would love to share my toolkit with you to really help you level up your business to your desired level of success. And that's really key when I say that it's your desired level of success, not the desire that I have, what I think you should do. It's really what you want to do for you. So if any of this resonates with you, I would love for you to reach out to me. We can do it's a fitting call. I do a fitting call with everyone because I want to make sure that I'm the great fit for you. I have a lot of coaching buddies like Eric that if for whatever reason we are not a good fit, that I could refer you to somebody I think that would really take you to the promised land that you desire to be. So the first and foremost thing that I would do with you is definitely set up a fitting call and make sure that we're a good fit. So a great way for you to get in contact with me is that you can text the word introvert to 251-250-0995, and that will take you to my text club and give you the necessary information to connect. Or you can go directly to my website, which is ingafay.com. That's INGA, F as in Frank, AY.com. And I have all of my social media handles there if you just want to connect on social media. Or if you are ready for the fitting call, that information is there, and as well as a guide for the survey. So a free guide that you can get for the survey. So I would love to hear from you. I would love to help you reach your desired outcome. And just know I'm here for you whenever you're ready.
All right. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. All the information you said, I'm going to put it below the video so that people can get a hold of you. And I'm just so glad you came today because I've learned something from you, not just your clients, but I've learned something from you. And I wish you continued success in everything that you do.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. You guys have a great day, and it was great hanging out with you, Eric.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye.